Hare Krishna, Dandatram to all the devotees. Welcome to morning Amrutvani program, Transcendental Words of Wisdom by His Grace Lila Manohar. Today Namamrita will be read by Rupanshi Sharma Mataji. We welcome you Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Dandavat Pranam. A devotee's duty is to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. One may sometimes chant with offenses and sometimes without offenses. But if one seriously adopts this process, he will achieve perfection, which cannot be achieved through Vedic ritualistic ceremonies of atonement. Persons who are attached to the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies but do not believe in devotional service, who advise atonement but do not appreciate the chanting of the Lord's holy name, fall to achieve the highest perfection. Devotees, therefore, being completely detached from material enjoyment, never give up Krishna consciousness for Vedic ritualistic ceremonies. Those who are attached to Vedic ritualistic ceremonies because of lusty desires are subjected to the tribulations of material existence again and again. Maharaj Parikshit has compared their activities to Kunjara, soccer, the bathing of an elephant. Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter number 6.3, text number 32 to 33. Hare Krishna, Danvat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanaslakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 3, is about the instructions Yamaraj is giving to his dutas, his messengers. This incident, this entire chapter comes after Ajamila was saved by the Vishnu dutas, when he called loudly his son Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. So when there were arguments between the Yamadutas and the Vishnu dutas, Yamadutas were saying that why he was a sinful person, Ajamila was a sinful person, why as per the justice he has to be punished, that is why with a rope they have bound him. But Vishnu dutas has untied him and liberated after telling that he has called Lord Narayana and all his sinful reactions since he is called offenselessly, all his sinful reactions have been vanished, vanquished, closed, completed. So because of this, these Yamadutas got baffled. So they thought that they are doing as per the justice prescribed, and why they were prohibited by these four beautiful persons who came from the Siddhaloka. So they were not aware about the glories of the Vishnu Dutas or the glories of even the Vishnu. So they knew only their master is Yamaraj, and Yamaraj is the supreme controller for administration of justice. That way they knew. So they went back to Yamaraj and they were saying that we are baffled. We don't understand why these four beautiful persons who came, in fact, the Yamadutas, they wanted to arrest those Vishnu Dutas and take before Yamaraj and thinking of punishing them. So if they could not do this, they thought they can commit the suicide. I am not able to perform my duty. How can I live? So this is where they were baffled. So before this, they thought, let us hear from Yamaraj himself. Then Yamaraj will keep on explaining that he will say, just like a bullock cart, the driver controls the bullocks by ropes in these nostrils. The Supreme Lord Krishna controls all the universe, all the demigods. So he said that even Yamaraj, even myself, Chandra, Indra, everybody, all the demigods are only departmental heads. He clarifies to his dutas. We are all like departmental heads. We might have crossed over the mode of passion and ignorance. We may be in mode of goodness. Even we cannot understand the full glory of the Lord. Then what to speak about others? Nobody can understand the Lord's fullness. So Lord is completely supreme, Lord, and he is independent. He can do anything and everything. So that he will clarify. It's like a big, Prabhuji always used to say that he will take a big Bhagavad Gita class. So like that, he will clarify the position of the Lord and the glories of the Lord and glories of chanting the holy name of the Lord, Lord's pastime, hearing about Lord, everything he will explain to the Vishnu Dutas, and he will remove, because he himself is one of the 12 Mahajanas who can know better about the Lord. Even he says that even I cannot know fully well. He is cause of all causes, Lord. And he will talk about the Bhagavad Dharma. And one who is taking the shelter of a Paramahamsa or Bhagavad Dharma, he can never be approached. So he will tell to his Dutas whom he can bring and whom he cannot bring before him. He will say, even those who have uttered the holy name of the Lord even once, even those who are bowing before the Lord, such people you cannot touch and bring before me. Only those who sinful persons who are not uttering the holy name, who are not remembering the lotus feet of the Lord, who are not bowing down before the Lord, such person who are not performing the duty towards Vishnu, such people only can be brought before him. He will explain about the greatness of the Vishnu Dutas. Vishnu Dutas, even the demigods, pray to the Vishnu Dutas. They can, independently move anywhere. So after hearing from Yamraj, the Yamadutas got fully satisfied. And then Yamraj himself will beg forgiveness from the Lord that by mistake your devotee Ajamila was touched by our Dutas, my messengers. So please forgive them and also forgive me. So in such a manner, that is how that Prabhupada in this purport of 6.3.32 and 33 clarifies that Vedic rituals alone is not sufficient, and especially in this Kali Yuga, that cannot take us for liberation. It can only bring our yonis to different layers, up and down, Swargalok, Vapas, going back and forth. Only way to get out of the clutches of all this is chanting the Maha Mantra as prescribed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So let us chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Let us always glorify the Lord, his form, his name, his glories, his pastimes, and also always remember the Lord so that we can go back to home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna.